So thank you so much, guys, for joining us in the event of Salesforce Women in Tech Kolkata on the Sunday morning. And the topic of the day is Ace with Pardot. I will start with my brief introduction. My name is Payal Loungani. I am proud Salesforce Marketing Champion 2021. I am a group leader of Salesforce Marketers Group Pardot Ajmer India. I'm working at UST and I am 3x Salesforce certified and 1x Copado certified. I also am a part of Pardot Puff Girls campaign, which is about Pardot and Marketing Cloud. We used to write blogs. You guys can connect us with on the social media with the name Pardot Puff Girls. We are very much active over there. I am an active trailblazer in the community. I love to speak at the sessions. Um, you guys can connect with me over social media with the name Payal Loungani. You can find me there. So moving forward to today's topic, so we will be starting with Pardot. So before moving to what is Pardot, I'll start with little history of the Pardot, which is Pardot was found into 2007 in Atlanta and was integrated with a number of CRM, which is customer relationship, which was integrated with number of CRMs, including Salesforce in 2012, like 2012. Moving forward to what is Pardot. So Pardot is, we can describe it as a lead generation and marketing system, nurturing system, we can say. So Pardot is basically a B2B marketing automation tool. We can say this is a part of Marketing Cloud, but we cannot say this is totally Marketing Cloud or this is not a part of Marketing Cloud. Pardot enables organization to track and measure the effectiveness of the communication between users. Okay, so moving forward into Pardot, we need to know what are the basic things which are there in Pardot. So first thing we need to know is there is something called a visitor and a prospect. So a visitor can be known as a anonymous person which visits your website, just toggles up. So we can take an example of Amazon, or we can take an example of Flipkart, or we can say Myntra, Nike, and whatsoever. So we are just going to the website and we are just toggling up without even signing into the website. Okay, so like at that point, we are not giving kind of data to the website, or we are not logging into the website or signing into the website. So at that moment, we will be known as a visitor to the Pardot. So Pardot tracks the activity of visitor, not all the activities, like what the doing or what the visitor is not doing. So if you have noticed, so whenever we are using any kind of social platform, as in I can say if we are using Facebook or Instagram or whatsoever, so at that moment we can say if I am toggling upon Amazon and I'm searching for some mobile cases, we can say, or some clothing, we can say, or beauty products, we can say. So at that moment, when I'm using Instagram or when I'm using Facebook, so I will be getting some advertisement regarding the products I have searched. So obviously, there's nobody sitting in the behind or back end and sending me some stuff. This is automated thing. So if the website is having Pardot in the system, or we can say integrated with the system, so at that moment we will be getting tracked, the visitor will be getting tracked, and the uh, we can say whatever we have searched for in that website, that will be indirectly showing up, or we can see advertisement of the same on the social media we are using, right? When the different like the other thing is prospect. So when we enter the form, like when we fill up the form of the website, see, I'm going to Myntra and I'm filling up the form, like signing up form, I'm giving my name, my phone number, my email address to the form. So at that moment, I will be converted from visitor to prospect into the Pardot. But the main aspect which should be there in conversion, that is email address. So if I'm not providing any kind of email address to the Pardot, like to the form, I will not be converted from visitor to prospect. I need to give some kind of email address, and that should be valid only if I'll be converted into prospect. Okay, so moving forward to Pardot again. So with Pardot, we can say you'll be confident that you're communicating with the right person at the right time and in the right tone. Okay, so these are some things which are there always, like at the right time with the right person with the right tone in the right place. There's so many things which we can confirm, like if we are using Parrot, we can communicating with the right person, we can say. Okay, so Pardot is a B2B marketing automation tool, as I said before. I'll move to what is Pardot, the difference between something else. We need automation there. Okay, so there are, if we talk about normal marketing automations, we can say in the normal language, we can say, or in the other language. See, if I want kind of tweet, okay, but
Payal, your voice is cracking a lot. Can you just fix the internet?
Uh,
Given a few minutes, guys, she'll be back.
Meantime, guys, if you have any questions, you can post in a chat, and we'll be happy to answer that. Is there any way to get Dave Playground for Pardot? Yes, we
can you
have
confirm I'm audible now
Akash.
or not?
Yes,
Yes,
Payal.
Payal,
Yeah,
you're
you
audible.
can continue, Payal.
Okay, so Lakhan, we have a question. Is there any way to get a dev playground for Pardot?
Yes, yes, Akash. We can create a dev org for Pardot to do the hands-on, and that is something we are going to cover in upcoming sessions, which covers the dev org creation, and we are going to dive deeper from the basic to the intermediate level of what we can do with the Pardot and what we can achieve. So I think the very first session after this is the Pardot org creation. In that session, we are going to share the detailed steps how we are going to create the org and how we can use it. Hope that answers your question.
Yeah. So let's just call out Payal once in case she's back. Yeah, she's back. Payal, can you hear us?
Yes, I'm sorry for the internet.
Yes. Okay, so guys, all the questions will be answered
You
later
can.
on after the session. Yes, we can hear you, Payal.
Yes. Where
So you were here only in marketing automations and Pardot, and we're speaking about that.
much. Okay, so coming back to marketing automations in Parrot, we can say if I want to make some tweet. Okay, so this is a very basic example I'm taking. So if I want to make any kind of tweet, but I don't want it to like do it right now, immediately. No, I want to schedule it. So if I'm talking about Pardot, I have some kind of connectors over there through which I can connect number of things, which includes LinkedIn, Salesforce CRM itself. There are something called like there are so many channels in which we can connect. Likewise, the and there's a number of things which are there. Facebook is there as well. So we can having a number of connect to connect into Pardot, and then we can do any kind of automation using that connectors. So I'm coming back to tweet thing. So I want to make a tweet, but I want to schedule it. So I can schedule a tweet using what I have to do. I have to go to the marketing calendar, and then we will not be going to the demo thing for now. But yeah, I'm just telling. We can go to marketing calendar. We can schedule a tweet over there, and at this scheduled time, the tweet will be there on the Twitter. So this is a very basic example. Except that there's something called list segmentation, which is again a kind of automation thing. We will be discussing about that. There is something called engagement studio and scoring and grading model, and many more automations are there available in Pardot. So moving to segmentation, a list can be defined as comprised of email addresses with some information we can say about each person, contact, birthday, preferences, address, and many more things. Okay, so we can say to send some emails, or we can say I want to send some invite of the upcoming meeting of my group to only those who has opened the email I have sent to them, right? We can track that as well, like if the prospect has opened the email, clicked on the link which is provided in the email or not. So there's something called click and open rate and something like that. Okay, so we will be discussing it in a while. So if I want to send the invite to only those who has opened the email which was sent earlier of the last meeting. Make a list, like that list can be generated automatically, and I will be sending the invite list only. Okay, so this is a basic example of list segmentation. Moving to scoring and grading thing, which is again an automation thing. So there are two things we can say. Okay, so if I'm taking a real life example, uh, in school, or we can say in college, we used to get something called scores and grades. Okay, so we are doing the same thing over here. So if I'm talking about scores, score is again in the number. We can say 50%, 60%, 70%, 80%, and so on. And in grade, like A plus, B plus, A, B, C, and okay, so on. So in Pardot, we also used to give grades and scores to prospects. Again, give any score to visitor because we don't know anything about it. But for prospect we know so much. Okay, so in Pardot, what is there, like we can track each and every activity of the prospect, each and every activity, on which email he's clicking, on which opened by that prospect, which website he has gone through, on like there's pages in a website. So on which web page of that website he has spent the most of the time. Okay, um, which products we can say he using the most, or like toggling the most. And there are so many things we can track of a prospect in Pardot. So how the scores and grades increases or decreases on the engagement of the prospect, like how a prospect is engaging with the website. So engagement, what does the engagement means? Again, this means simply the prospect will be spending more of the time on the what can we say, on the website, or opening the landing pages, opening the emails, clicking on the links which were provided in the email, filling up any kind of form, and so on. So this is how the scores and grades increase and decreases. Again, scores are from F to A plus. Okay, so it's like F, then it comes E, E plus is there, then D, D plus, C, C plus C, and so on. Okay, so this is how it goes. And if we talk about grades, so for grades, we need some criteria. Okay, so suppose I have a criteria, and grades and scores are related with each other. So if grade is there, if my grade is 1 by 3, I'm taking a random example. If my grade is 1 by 3 and it is increasing through the engagement till 3 by 3, so 3 by 3, which means 1. So if the grade is, sorry, the score increases from 1 by 3. So if the score is 1 by 3 and it increases 3 to 3 by 3, so score, the grade will be, if the grade is at E, so it will be at D. So this is how it goes simultaneously. Okay, so moving forward to what are the differences between Marketing Cloud and Pardot. Again, Marketing Cloud is a different thing, and Pardot is a part of Marketing Cloud, not the entire Marketing Cloud, not the it is not excluded to Marketing Cloud. So these are the basic differences between Marketing Cloud and Pardot. So Marketing Cloud is a B2C platform where Pardot is a B2B platform. Marketing Cloud has other functions like Advertisement Studio and Mobile Studio, whereas Pardot has primarily an email marketing platform. Marketing Cloud is aligned with its own, which is Marketing Cloud, whereas Pardot is aligned with Sales Cloud. Marketing Cloud is harder to configure, and Pardot, it is designed to be, Marketing Cloud focuses on retail, health, and beauty leisure industries, whereas Pardot is non-specific when it comes to industry. So these are the basic differences between Marketing Cloud and Pardot. And as per my knowledge, Pardot is like, there's something called this no code thing in Pardot, and Marketing Cloud we have both. So now moving forward to Pardot guided tour. Kathy, just let me know if my voice is breaking or something, okay?
Sure. Now it's clear. You can
Thank
go on
you.
with the demo.
Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so now we will be roaming around Pardot guided tour. Okay, so this is the Pardot guided tour where we have to go. I will be logging in. Okay, mine is already logged in. I need to open it in the incognito.
Payal, are you there?
Just allow me one moment.
Sure.
Sorry, I was on mute. Yes. So here we are with the link, which is a Pardot guided tool. So for entering into Pardot guided tool, we need to give our details to the same. I'm giving the details here, and I just clicked on check truth. I will be sharing this link so that you guys can toggle upon the guided tool. Okay, so here we are in the Pardot guided tool, and this is the first page. Okay, so we will be starting this tour. So first thing we have the create a campaign thing. Okay, so it says ready to create your first marketing campaign. A campaign is used to determine the first touch that a prospect has with your marketing programs. That could be a marketing email, a white paper, a Google advertisement, or any other marketing channel. So this is pretty much clear, I feel. Moving forward, so what we have to do, we will be giving a name to this. We will be saying WIT, and then we have to give the cost. So I'm giving the cost over here. And then see, if you see, we are getting the points. Okay, click campaign, or in first it says give the name and then everything. Okay, I'm clicking on the create and it says success. So you have created your very own pilot campaign. Now it's time to move on to the landing pages and forms. So landing page, we can say, is the very first touch point base of any prospect which he or she will be going through. Okay, and the forms, it is like pretty much self-explained. Okay, so build a form and a landing page. You have created your first campaign. Now let's take it up a notch by building a form and adding it to a landing page. So what we'll be doing is we'll be creating a form and we will add that form into the landing onto the landing page. Let's look at the initial setup for your form. Here you'll see the name of your firm, an area to input tags, an organizational folder, and the name of your campaign from step 1. When you are ready to start setting up, click next. Okay, so here we are. This is the name which they have given already, the firm, and these are the tags. We can add up the tags. This is the folder in which the form will be saved, and this is the name of the campaign we created in the first step. Moving forward, so it says form builder. Now we will be creating our very first form. So Pardot's form builder makes it easy to determine which form fields you would like to use on your form. Okay, so there will be all the fields which are mapped to the Pardot. So first name, if we want, we can move the form like fields. Suppose if I don't want email to be here but here, so we can move it. So it says click next. I can add more fields in this as well. And there is a concept of progressive profiling, we can say. So we will be talking about it in a while. We can say it says Pardot gives users the ability to use progressive profiling on the form. Progressive profiling allows you to collect more data over time by dynamically displaying form fields based on whether or not a user has already filled them out. For example, if a user has already submitted their job title, the next form they encounter can ask for industry instead. Moving forward, it says delete form fields. So if you see over here, let me just close it for a while. See, this is about deleting. Okay, so let's say you don't want all of these fields to display. No problem, just click the waste bin icon next to each field to get rid of it. It's that easy. So it says want different form fields than the ones that are displayed here. Don't worry, they'll completely customizable if you'd like to substitute fields that are more applicable in your audience. So we can change the fields. This is as easy. We can delete it and we can add another field. So if we talk about progressive profiling concept, sorry. So if we talk about progressive profiling concept, what does it mean is, see, nobody likes a big, huge form to fill up. We mostly used to skip and we used to fill only the details which are like required, right? So if we can see over here, it has first name, last name, and email. So what a person will do, we are see this is very easy, and we can say this is very self-explained that everybody is lazy to fill up a very long form, even a short form which don't have like mandatory fields, right? So if I have to fill up this form, what I'll be doing is I'll be giving my first name, last name, and email because company is not mandatory. So we can skip this field. So Pardot, what Pardot does is there's a concept called progressive profiling in which they used to break the long used form into short forms. Okay, and they used to come dynamically. So as we saw in the in this what is it said, like if I have already submitted the job title, then I will be the Pardot will be asking for the next time is industry, like what is your industry. Moving forward, and we can add the fields from here. See, we can add the form fields. Moving forward to it, it says completion action is a thing. Okay, so if you know about, like everybody fills up the form of Trailblazer community, right? So when we fill up a form, we used to get like thanks for registering or thanks for RSVP. Okay, and after the event will be finished, you will be again getting an email saying thank you for joining us or something like that. Okay, so this is called a completion action. Obviously there's nobody sitting in the behind and sending some emails to us. There is everything automatic. So when it comes to completion action, it says completion actions are actions that will automatically trigger when someone submits one of your forms, right? As I said, for example, you can set up a completion action to send an email with a downloadable asset if someone submits a form in exchange for a white paper note. This type of email is called an autoresponder. Everybody know what autoresponder is, and if not, the simplest example we can take of Trailblazer communities that whenever we fill up a form, we get a form in return, or we can say we get a ticket in return, right? So let's take a look at all the possible completion actions you can use with Pardot forms. Okay, so I have to do something over here. Notice that the autoresponder email field is blank. We'll be building your autoresponder in step 3 using Pardot WYSI WYSI email builder. This is an email builder in which we will be creating the email which should be sent once the form is filled up. Okay, so coming here, there are number of completion actions we can do. Okay, so for now, what we can say, what should we choose? So let's go for add to the list. Okay, or we should choose adjust the score. Okay, add to the list is good. Okay, so it says send the autoresponder email, and now we have to choose the email template, which obviously we don't have for now. So clicking on next, and here we are. We have created a form on, and we have to add that form to the landing page for the now, for next. Okay, and we have added an completion action, but the email is not there still. Okay, so we are at landing page builder. Pardot's WYSI landing page builder. This is again the same builder through which we will be creating the email. The landing page builder makes it easy to make quick changes without having to know HTML. Ready to give it a whirl, and here we are. Okay, so if I want, I can write it what I am willing to give it. So I'll be going for WIT enter and save. Okay, I also can edit it, like edit in the sense give it a color or something, font change and everything. Sorry for that. So you can also click on the image and select a new image. But for now, I don't think so. We have any kind of image. So see, here we are. Guys, again, this is a guided tool, so it has some restrictions. When we will be toggling upon the org, there will be something else, or we can edit it according to our will. Okay, I'll be going with blue sky. Okay, and it says when you are finished editing your landing page, click confirm and save. So I clicked on confirm and save, and awesome, we have created a landing page as well. Now we have to make an email. We have to build an email. So at this point, you have created your form and your landing page, but what happens when a user submits their information? They should be getting an email, right? So within minutes, your buyer will have a Pardot autoresponder email containing the exact resources they uh, they requested waiting in their inbox. These emails are triggered by form submissions, auto so they will be automatically deployed. No manual sending required, but before that can happen, we have to create that email using Pardot's WYSI email builder. So again, if you are giving any interview based on Pardot, or you are saying in an interview what like we know Pardot, so this is something that can be asked, like which email through which builder we can. Okay, so this is the name WYSI. Okay, let's start by choosing an email. Pardot comes with more than 40 email templates out of the box. But for the purpose of this exercise, we'll be using the first template highlighted here. Again, I said this is a Pardot guided tool which has some restrictions. We will be using the main org with like number of restrictions, but not like this. So I have chose this. Before that, we need to go to the tip. So it says Pardot also comes with a number of responsive email templates that will ensure your email display correctly across all devices. And if we talk about, while Pardot comes with a number of pre-made templates of you to choose from, you can also use custom HTML to create template of your own. We can also edit it. So I'll click on this and I said apply. Okay, now it says Pardot's WYSIWYG email builder works similarly to the landing page builder you used in step 2 in the previous step. So click on the text to view the content editor where you can edit the autoresponder email in real time. Okay, so if I want, I can clear it and I can give whatever I want. Right. Okay, so it says click and save. So we have created a landing page as well. Now, this is my favorite thing, which is A/B testing. So, with A/B testing, you can alter the content of an email, deploy two versions, and then test to see which performs most successfully. Right? So, uh, see, if you can see, there's something called A and B. Okay, so when we send any kind of email to the audience, what we see is what is the highest click rate or open rate of the email, right? So if what we used to do in A/B testing is I will be creating two type of email templates and I will be selecting. See, if I have 100 people, okay, as my audience, so I will be selecting 20 people from that audience. I will be sending them two versions of the emails, and what we will wait for, like suppose I am waiting for 24 hours. So in 24 hours, which email, okay, either email A or email B, which email has more clicks or opens. Okay, so clicks in the sense when the email is open and there's some link, so what are the number of click on that link, or what are the number of opens. So whichever email has more clicks or opens, that email will be sent to the rest of the audience, right? So it says toggle between two different versions of your email by clicking on A or B. Okay, coming off Discord. Okay, so click save to conduct rendering test of your emails, but and don't forget to check out the on-screen tips before moving on. It has some tips for us. So first tip is the two version of your email will be. Uh, just give me a minute. Okay, so first is the two version of your email will be distinguished from each other using blue and orange coloring, as you can see here. Second is, see, we have two different kind of emails, so these two will be sent to the audience, and if we more clicks on we have more clicks on this, so it will be sent to the rest of the audience. The third is you can determine how long you want A/B testing period to last. As I said, for 1 day. After a certain percentage of your email have deployed, decided by 2, Pardot will select the winning email to send to the remaining email recipient on the list. Okay. Moving forward. Okay. I feel it's good. And there's no depth. That's not closing. Um, what happened to this? So my screen is lacking. Okay, here it is. So this is A/B testing. I clicked on save and see, A/B testing is only half of email testing process. You want your content to resonate, but you also want to ensure that your email makes it to the inbox. Okay. Now it's time to view the email we have created. So you'll see a preview of the email in a number of email clients. See. So these all are the devices on which we can see. Okay. Here we have a tip. Pardot also provides a detailed spam analysis of each of your email by testing your email against top spam filters. Get a red flag. Don't worry, Pardot will tell you what you can do to fix it. Okay, moving forward, we have view a prospect profile. So here we are with the prospect profile. This is how it looks. When we go to the prospect, this is how it looks. So first we have score and grade here. Second, we have the grade thing. First was score, second is grade, and third, we have activity list. These are the activities which I was talking about. Okay, moving forward, we have engagement campaigns. Okay, this is a very important topic and we will not be going into deep. So we are just clicking on the steps which are explained in this tour, and in the upcoming sessions we will be going through engagement studio program. So it says, let's say a prospect has filled out a few forms, downloaded some of your marketing content, but isn't quite ready to talk to a sales rep yet. Excuse me. So this is the perfect use case for lead nurturing, which allows you to encourage engagement and stay top of mind with your customers. Engagement campaigns are personalized and dynamic, allowing you to build relationship at scale. So build smarter campaign. Pardot visual campaign canvas makes building your perfect engagement campaign a snap. At a glance, you can understand exactly which path your customer will take as they interact with your brand. We have started up a nurturing campaign. Let's see how it's coming along. Okay, so now this is how the engagement studio looks. So first we have start, then we have to choose from action, trigger, rule, and end. So first of all, we will be doing some action. After the action, that some trigger will be something will be triggered, and the rule. This is most like we can say, what is it, process builder. So we can say like this. So for now, we are sending an email. We have to select the introduction email which we created earlier, and it says click on save. So our campaign is off to get a great start. Now let's add a trigger in Engagement Studio. Trigger listens for something to happen and then react accordingly. So something happened, like email, send email is there, and then we have to create, like choose the trigger, email open. It says which email, sorry, this email should be open, and wait up to a maximum of 1 day, we can say, or we can say 0.5 if it takes, no, it will take one only. Let's click save, and now we are going to create a rule in Engagement Studio. Rules looks for specific criteria that's important to your business. Excuse me. Okay. So now this is when it goes to false, and this is when it comes to true. I've clicked on this. I'm creating a rule which is prospect default field. I'm not doing anything by my will. This is each and everything which is like they are asking for it. Okay. So I will be going to email, save. Okay. No, I don't want email. This want job title. Where is it? Job title which contains sales. And it says click on save. So this is how it has become, and this is called. I'm sorry for that, but it goes like this only. So before we activate a campaign, let's test it out. Continue. So we will be starting from here, okay? And the email is clicked yes or no. So I'm clicking on yes. If it is coming to yes, then it says was email opened, prospect default field enhanced. So I said yes. Again, this is going to assign a user, and it says was email opened, yes. The prospect default field matched, yes. Now we are assigning a user. Okay, so now we have to click on end test, and this is end. Otherwise it can go into the different direction also. Okay, so this is how it looks. This campaign can be paused at any time, and the other thing is engagement campaign can be used during all phases of the customer life cycle, from reviving cold leads to onboarding new customers. Okay, they want me to click on this. It is the sent and opens. See, this is what I was talking about. Open rate is 20% only. When you are ready to continue, press down and it's done. Okay, so next is assign your lead to sales. Your leads have interacted with your landing pages, downloaded your marketing content, and engaged with your lead nurturing program. Their scores are off the chart, which means it's time to get them assigned to the sales staff. So now we will be assigning it like leads to the sales staff. So numeric value that you would like to use to scoring. I'll say 10 and then select the letter grade. I would say B or B plus. Okay, no worries. Click on next. Now this is called automation rules. Automation rules are once you're set your scoring and grading the soul, you can use an automation rule to decide who you would like to assign your leads to. Automation rules will trigger when the specified conditions are met. In this case, when your scoring and grading the soul are suppressed. So I will be choosing sales manager. Click automation rule. I clicked on this and it's done. So now Sales View in Salesforce. Because of Pardot interaction with Salesforce, all of the data collected by Pardot is available to your sales rep, and they don't even have to leave their CRM to access it. This makes it easy for sales rep to follow up with their assigned prospect, keep tabs on their prospects' activities, and add leads to list for further nurturing. You may remember Jeremy Jonas from step 4. Let's take a look at this contact record in Salesforce. So here we are in the contact, and there are the Pardot activities. Personalized email, add individual prospect to list from within Salesforce. This allows sales rep to enroll prospect in drip campaign if further nurturing is needed, or remove them from list if necessary. Since Jeremy is actively participating in sales cycle but isn't quite ready to pull the trigger, let's add him a short 30-day nurture list. Okay, now we have to select a list, and we are selecting 30-day list. Moving forward, and this is Salesforce Engage. If you're a sales rep, you don't want to waste time jumping between sales application, especially when your quota is on the line. Pardot's Salesforce Engage allows you to take care of all your selling tasks right from within your CRM. With Salesforce Engage, you can keep tabs on your active prospect in real time, send one-to-one email to prospect using pre-approved templates or plain text, report on the success of these emails, and more. So this is about Salesforce engagement. Okay, now we have to click on the Jeremy because we were talking about Jeremy only. And looks like Jeremy Jonas just filled out a form to download one of your white papers. Okay, and we can add a new filter as well over here. Since he has been showing a lot of interest in the one specific topic, let's invite him to an industry event that's in his area. Okay, so click over the highlighted leads. Here we are, and this is Engage campaigns. With Salesforce Engage, it's easy to send one-to-one emails or engage campaigns to your prospects. You will notice that Jeremy Jonas has already been selected from the list of the lead displayed. See. So now we will be selecting a template, and this template or this email will be sent to Jeremy because he is showing interest. So now we have the report. At this point, you have deployed a number of Engage campaign and want to check to see how they are doing. No problem. Salesforce Engage includes sales campaigns reporting to give you insights into your email open rates, click through rates, and more. So here we are. I'm sorry. So we have the last thing of the day, which is Pardot reporting. So with some help of Pardot and Salesforce Engage, your sales rep has likely persuaded Jeremy Jonas to become a new customer. The sales process is complete, but as a marketer, you still want to look back at your campaign to see what worked and what didn't. Pardot reporting can help. Pardot reporting can help. So we will be going through it in a while. So let's take a look at two Pardot reports that will help you gauge your campaign success. We'll start with the campaign performance overview report to see how your initial campaign is going. Then dive deeper with advanced email reporting. Let's get started. So first is campaign reporting. The campaign performance overview report gives a high level overview of your campaign's overall health in comparison to other campaigns. Each campaign is represented by a color bubble in the chart to the left. As you can see, the graph can be adjusted by altering the values on the four axis. So here we are. This is email going green without gold, and it just asked me to say done, and we are done. So it's advanced email report we will be seeing. So Pardot's advanced email reporting provides insights into email engagement, email clients and devices used by recipient, deliverability rates, and more. So here we are. There are a number of things. Click through rate report. We can see and we can get with the name only. It says use this tab to see which areas of your emails are actually getting engaged with. Second is interaction. See whether your emails have been read, skimmed, or ignored by your email recipients. Third is email clients. Take a look at the email clients, browsers, and devices used to open your email. The fourth is delivery rate, which is check important states like your delivery rate, open rate, and click to open ratio at a glance. The fifth is suppression list. Pardot allows you to create suppression lists that will omit a selected group of uh, recipient from list email to drip programs. And I feel we are good with it. So yes, this was the Pardot guided tour which we have talked about, and we will start it again. Okay. So from after all these things, we can go to schedule a live demo, and from here we can schedule the demo. Moving back to the slides. As we have gone through each and everything, I will be happy to taking up the questions. So yes,
Before
this
that,
was it
Payal,
from my end.
yeah, thank you so much
Yes.
for accepting my invite. It was a great learning session. Before that, we have another speaker as marketing champion as Lakhan, who's gonna guide you through on what we have planned regarding Pardot. So over to you, Lakhan.
Thank you, Kathy. So guys, in the next upcoming sessions, very first we have how to create the Pardot demo arc just for the hands-on purpose, and if you want to solve the trailhead challenges as well. Another is we are going to dive deeper in the Pardot, I have seen couple of questions which will be surely covered in the next sessions, which covers the integration with CRM, how we can manage the database, custom dynamic list, static list, how we can create the email templates, landing pages, forms, progressive profiling, how we can send the verified emails using the domain registration, how we can configure the sender and reply to address, and how we can configure the marketing data sharing rule if you want to keep the selective sync between Salesforce and Pardot. So stay tuned for the upcoming sessions, and you will surely get the good learning amongst these sessions. Uh, that's it, Kathy.
Thank you so much, Lakhan. That seems to be really nice. We have a couple of questions of speakers can piggyback upon that. So the
Mhm.
first question is, why isn't Pardot available for B2C?
Why isn't Pardot available for B2C? Honestly, it's not like that. It is not available. You can use it if that serves your business purpose. Uh, but the reason why even Pardot mention it is used for B2B is it is more oriented toward uh, sales plus marketing. However, if you compare the marketing cloud, which is nothing but for the B2C, it is a buyer journey oriented. Like we monitor the journey of customer directly in the marketing cloud, and based on that we can configure the actions for the buyers directly in the marketing cloud. Like we have ad studio, we have mobile studio, we have interaction studio. So that is the reason they isolate it from B2B and B2C. But yes, if you want to use it for the any B2C organization and it serves the purpose whatever you are trying to do, let's assume the most common thing is email blast and taking follow up from the prospects and scoring grading, just to ensure the MQL is converted into the SQL, then yes, you can use it for B2C companies as well.
Perfect, that's clear. The second question is it possible to map custom lead or campaign object in Pardot?
Okay, so yes, we can configure the standard objects as well and custom object as well. I'm assuming it is a part of field mapping and field sync from Salesforce to Pardot and Pardot to Salesforce. Then yes, in the admin section you can configure the field, and there is a option to select CRM field. Let's assume we are creating one field description, and there you have option to select with which CRM field you want to map that field. So yes, you can map the field with the CRM.
Okay. So the next question is it a different DevOps? I suppose the question means that we can create a Pardot DevOps, right? So is it different DevOps than the normal ones?
Uh, yes, it is a different one, which you can use for Pardot extensively. But I believe in a normal DevOps also there is a package. So after installing that, you can use Pardot Classic version. I haven't tried by the way this. I honestly created the new DevOps and mostly work on the client side orgs only. But that is sure we can create a day work which you can use for practice purpose.
Okay. So the next question is it possible, okay, this is the same thing. Is it possible to map custom campaign object in Pardot? Okay.
Custom campaign object.
Yes.
Okay. So there is an option to map the custom objects between Salesforce and Pardot. Uh, yeah, I think we can map custom object and its field with the uh, Pardot. Yes, we can do that.
Okay. So Madhukar asked the dynamic list created in Pardot, but we when we are uploading list from imports, the dynamic list is not showing. May I know the
Okay,
reason?
that is correct. It will not show honestly. The reason is there is a difference between dynamic list and static list. Dynamic list usually works based on the criteria you have created. Let's assume if I'm creating a dynamic list which says first name equal to Lakhan, then it will show only one record. It really doesn't care if you upload the records. But having said that, if you are uploading the records having first name equal to Lakhan, then yes, those will automatically get added into the dynamic list. Having said that, if your requirement is like you want to upload the records and uh, put those all records in a list, then at that time you have to create a simple static list, and you can go to the import prospect and select the list. There it will only show you the static list, which means which are not dynamic, and once you import that, those records will be imported into your list.
Okay, I hope that's clear for you, Madhukar. The next question is, as part of A/B testing, can you send different versions of same email to the same audience?
Can you send the different versions of yes. Okay, so in the A/B testing tab, you can, I think, select the ratio like 50-50% you want to send, and then Pardot automatically sends uh, email one email to the 50% of audience and another email to the 50% of audience.
Follow-up question for that. Won't the customer treat it as a spam email if they get the same email twice in different formats?
No, the same customer don't receive email twice. But this is something which Pardot take care. It divides the prospect and send 50% of email to group A and 50% of email A to the 50% of people and email B to the 50% of people. It don't send email twice. Uh, and something he mentioned about the spam. So this is something which we can take in care with the help of domain registration. In the Pardot admin panel, you can set up your domain in order to ensure you are sending emails on behalf of your company's domain. So this won't land your emails into the spam folder. But having said that, if you are not configuring this domain, then emails will be sent with the email service of Pardot for your particular org. So those might land into the spam, and it will reduce your deliverability as well. So it is recommended to configure the domain and make it verified. And how we can do that? We have to go to the admin and we have to click the add domain. After adding the domain, it will generate a CNAME and TXT record, which you have to send to your IT admin to configure it from backend for that particular organization's domain.
Perfect. So the next question is, what query language we use for data segmentation?
Data segmentation. Okay, for data segmentation, we have list here in the Pardot. So for that, it's not a query language, I can say, but it's kind of a simple drag and drop. Not even drag and drop, you just have to select the field and apply the filter. Let's assume in a normal Salesforce SQL query language, we query it like select ID comma xyz fields from the object where condition, right? So here it serves the same purpose in Pardot as a dynamic list. You can directly set first name equal to Lakhan, so which will be equivalent to select ID fields, comma fields from your object that is nothing but either lead or contact, just because lead and contact are considered as a prospects in a Pardot. If you want to isolate the leads and contact, then there is something CRM status or field something where we can set we want to isolate the leads. So yeah, there is no query language in short, but you can segregate it with the dynamic list where you can directly apply the filter using drag and drop or point and clicks.
So the next question is, how we maintain data in Pardot?
How we maintain data in Pardot. Okay, so this is something I mean very difficult to make a statement on it. But yes, if you are syncing, I mean there might be applications where you are syncing data directly from Pardot to Salesforce. That is nothing but after the form fill, you are creating the prospect in a Pardot, and you are syncing it as a lead in Salesforce. But there might be requirement where you have already database available in your Salesforce and data some third party, and you want to sync that into the Pardot. So there are two scenarios here. So if you want to sync the data from Pardot to Salesforce, then it's very basic requirement. all the leads came from the form, landing pages, or any third-party integration you have done with the Pardot. You just have to assign the prospect owner in the Pardot, just because Pardot sync the records only if there exists a prospect owner, and then it will be synced into the Salesforce. Having said that, your CRM connector is enabled and sync is enabled. But if you want to sync the data from Salesforce to Pardot, then you can sync it directly whenever lead creates. And uh, the criteria over there is lead owner should not be empty and email ID should not be empty. An email ID criteria same for Pardot as well. And in Salesforce, let's assume if you have a data of 1 lakh, but your really requirement is you want to sync the records having, let's assume, first name equal to Lakhan. So in that case, you can set marketing sharing rule into the Salesforce, where you can mention the condition where name equal to Lakhan. So it will sync only the records having name equal to Lakhan into your Pardot, and this will reduce the space in your Pardot org. And we have limitation in the Pardot org as well. You can, I think, for the CRM license, you have a limit of 50,000 mailable prospects, if I'm not wrong, but it honestly depends on org to org and license to license.
Okay. So do we create custom field inside Pardot?
Yes, we can create. So again, you have to go to the admin panel, create custom, add custom field, and you can, I mean, if you want to map it with the any CRM field, you can do that. I can quickly show it to you how it looks. Most of the questions are related to the admin stuff. So this is my Pardot.org. This is the admin. This is the custom field. I'm going to the prospect field. I will click to the add custom field. So here you can see I can put any name here and sync with the CRM field. So it will show all the fields of Salesforce CRM to whom I want to sync. Once I will click on save, all the data available in this field will get synced with this field of CRM. And this is my CRM. So here it will be created as a lead. And the marketing data sharing rule, I can show it, I think. Okay, let me go to connector. Yeah, this is a connector. This is a CRM connector that I have configured, and you have to click on edit. And after this, there will be screen where you can uh, configure the marketing data sharing rule, which says lead status equal to open. So which signifies all open leads from Salesforce will sync to the Pardot. So in this way, we can set the sync from Salesforce to Pardot, and from the Pardot to Salesforce, again, we have global sync in Pardot itself. This is about the domain management, which I just mentioned to you. So if I click on expected DNS entries, so this is a SPF record which you have to send to your IT admin, and he can configure from the backend to ensure that emails will be sent from the verified emails. And if you don't know what does it mean by verified emails, so I can show you that also. Okay, sorry, I don't have any spam email right now, but you can just visualize. Here you can see no reply at the rate sharepointonline.com. Then after this, there will be some via email service name. So that via signifies that we are sending emails on behalf of Pardot email service, not from your company's domain. So to ensure that, we have to configure the domain into the Pardot, which shares the verified emails, and those email will not land into your spam box. Hope that makes sense for you.
Yes. So the next
Next,
question for you, Lakhan, is how to get dynamic data on email template.
how do we get dynamic data on email template? Okay, on the email template, we have personalized token. Let's assume you want to send email as hi and then first name and then space last name. So you can, there is an option to select the personalized tokens into the email. So that is something we are going to see into the next upcoming sessions, and you will get the idea how we can use the personalized tokens into the Pardot email, how we can use dynamic content into the uh, Pardot.
Nice. So, is there any other faster way to create these campaigns or engagement studio other than manually creating?
Okay, basically, this is the only point and click way where we can uh, just configure the engagement studio. Uh, in Pardot, I mean, it's pretty simple. You just have to click on the plus icon and you have to add the uh, condition, whatever you want to, uh, whatever your criteria is, like first sending email and then waiting for a few days and then sending another email. So this is basically a point and click and the easiest way that Pardot offers.
Okay. So, can we enable multiple domains at a time?
Yes, we can enable the multiple domain, but for that you have to you can set only one bounce domain. I recently did it. What does it mean by bounce domain is if they're they if you are receiving the replies from your prospects or customer, then that will be sent to the pointing towards to the single domain. So instead of that, what we do in a Pardot is we set domain and another subdomain. So what is mean by subdomain? So first domain is, let's assume, company.com, and subdomain is something info@company.com. So we can set like this, or maybe uh, you can directly set the two names. Let's assume company.com and comp.com. But for that, your IT admin has to ensure that the bounce domain will be configured for only one of two domains which we registered.
Okay. So, when we delete the data from recycle bin, is it possible to get back again? To get the data back again?
In Pardot or in CRM?
Seems to be Pardot, I suppose.
Okay, I think no. But I believe this is something you can test with the workbench after deleting the oh, sorry. I think no. In Pardot, for sure it is no. But if you are deleting the data from CRM and even from the recycle bin, then even it will not show into the workbench if you apply the query is deleted equal to true.
Okay. So, do we have SFTP file drop feature in Pardot?
SFTP file drop. Can you elaborate on this? I mean, what is the look here?
Okay, so the next question until he elaborates. So we configure multiple company IP in Pardot to send email.
Multiple company IP. Okay, this is again, I didn't understood the question here. Uh, can you elaborate here, please? Or maybe you are trying to say from the different domains. If that is asked, then yes, we can send email from uh, different domain. Let's assume if you want to send email from something @lakhan.com and something @suman.com, then yes, it is possible.
So yeah, SFTP as in Salesforce File Transfer Protocol. Lakhan, are you there?
Yeah, yeah, Khyati.
Yes. So the person asks a Salesforce File Transfer Protocol file drop feature in Pardot. Is it available?
Mm, again, I'm not sure on this. What will be the answer of this? But if you can just give me the requirement, uh, I mean, what you want to do with the files as a part of Marketing Cloud where automation journey breaks up. Is there something similar in Pardot? No, it is not there. I think
The last question for the day that we're gonna treat
SF.
is it's an object like it is a
Okay,
custom.
yeah, in Marketing Cloud, this is something I didn't use honestly, but this is something we can configure the spaces in terms of SMTP file server. And once we upload the file in Marketing Cloud, it will be saved into the respective server. I believe you are talking about this. This is something I never faced in a Pardot, but if anyone has answer for it, then uh, happy to listen that.
Okay, seems we are done with our questions.